Hello, my name is Elite and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will explain the meaning, definition and the example of all phrasal verb of break. Breakdown. The definition of breakdown is render or to become unstable due to stress, to collapse physically or mentally. Now let me show the example of breakdown phrasal verb in sentences are: many people were expecting the peace stocks would break down. Claims that anti-cellulite creams can break down fat are controversial. The talks were meant to break down barriers between the two groups. With strength born of desperation, she managed to break down the door. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break in. The definition of break-in is enter a place by force or interrupt something. Now let me show the example of break-in phrasal verb in sentences are: the lawyer requested a break in the court case, but the judge demurred. Nothing that might lead to a break in the deadlock has been discussed yet. A sudden break in the cloud allowed rescuers to spot Michael Benson. She longed to break in on their conversation but didn't want to appear rude. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break off. The definition of break off is remove something from a larger unit, or abruptly stop talking or to stop. Now let me show the example of break-off phrasal verb in sentences are: Britain threatened to break off diplomatic relations with the regime. We had to break off our holiday and return home immediately. The senator has been urged to break off all links with arms companies. I was sorry to break off his conversation with Margaret, but I had to leave. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break into. The definition of break into is enter illegally or by force, or open or begin to use. Now let me show the example of break into phrasal verb in sentences are: we had to break into the house as we had lost the key. He had to break into the house because his girlfriend had locked him out. Women do not normally break into the big time by doing stand-up comedy. When his lips break into a smile, it is enough to melt any woman's heart. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break out. The definition of breakout is escape, especially forcefully, or begin suddenly, to emerge in a certain condition. Now let me show the example of breakout phrasal verb in sentences are: it's taken a long time to break out of my own conventional training. But at least they have started to break out of their old insularity. She needed to break out of her daily routine and do something exciting. Inevitably, fights break out between the members of contending groups. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Breakthrough. The definition of breakthrough is to break a way through or to make new and important discoveries. Now let me show the example of breakthrough phrasal verb in sentences are. It was quite some time before they break through the enemy's blockade. Scientists think they are beginning to break through in the fight against cancer. He's a very talented young actor who's just ready to break through. Yet the drama and the dramatic personality still insistently break through. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break up. The definition of break up is break or separate into pieces, or end a relationship. Now let me show the example of break up phrasal verb in sentences are. The breakup of the Liberal Party filled him with gloom. The tall poplars there effectively break up the height of the flats. The location of mantle plumes during the initial stages of Gondwana breakup. Discs of different sizes break up the mosaic tiling. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break away. The definition of break away is escape from someone's hold, or become separated, literally. Now let me show the example of breakaway phrasal verb in sentences are. She managed to break away from the pack and establish a lead. The company is trying to break away from its traditional image. The people of the province wished to break away and form a new state. This time Polly did not break away as she had done when Jack first arrived. Now let me define the next phrasal verb of break. Break even. The definition of break even is reach a point in a business venture when the profits are equal to the costs. Now let me show the example of break-even phrasal verb in sentences are. The airline hopes to break even next year and return to profit the following year. We're hoping that we'll at least break even, and perhaps make a small profit. Therefore, if the firms involved are to break even, how should they do it? It also analyzes the risk of the project by sensibility analysis and break-even point. Please like, share, subscribe and support my channel. That's all for this video. See you in next video.